You never want a serious crisis to go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
It's at the end, what the fourth industrial revolution will lead to is a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological identities.
So we will destroy, unfortunately, a lot of employment. Just think of self-guided cars and all the drivers losing their jobs. Let's look at the bank employees and so on.
If you're left behind, you're facing something far worse, which is to be completely irrelevant. They won't even need you as a serf or as a slave.
Something else going on here. Nothing to do with Donald Trump. We're in the middle of what I call, other people call, the fourth industrial revolution. Is there going to be middle class where, you know, Moore's Law, the IT, the way we're walking, artificial intelligence? Look what's happened with all the retail jobs that got lost because of Amazon. Now people go to Amazon, and so all across the country, a couple 100,000 people lost their jobs. And people are worried. Truck drivers I talked to are saying, well, you know, they're going to automate trucking, I know, and I'm not going to have a job.
So we are very eager to hear from you. The fourth industrial revolution has one big challenge. It is the holding out of the middle class, which is a pillar of our democracies. So, topic, and Dr. Schwab, I'm flattered you'd asked me to keynote. There's an expression in my old neighborhood back in the United States. This may be above my pay grade. It's not above yours, though. You've written extensively on the topic that you've asked me to speak to, mastering the fourth industrial revolution. This fora defines that as change fueled by a digital revolution.
China's achievements, which are tremendous over the last over 40 years since the opening up and policy and reform policy came into action. I think it's a role model for many countries.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who donate to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the new Road Order events. Also, I give you the new Road Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. And guys, we know CME opens tonight, so we know it's going to move the market. Now, we have Bitcoin mining revenue lowest in 2 years. And we know that it's caused by the Fed shrinking liquidity, and we're going to have a big consolidation inside of Bitcoin mining. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates that got pushed down. And guys, if we can stay this low when we have open interest, we'll definitely get a decent pump. And we know that yield curve does not lie. We know that crash is coming. Then, of course, guys, we have volume, we have Tether, we have USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo still over $2 trillion. Fed will be raising rates December 14th. So we're definitely going to have another leg down. But guys, this week, I definitely see us having a roller coaster ride. We will see if they can keep yield rates this low. Now, we know a lot of the narratives that the NWO has created has moved behind the curtain, and then also the Fed has moved behind the curtain because of this FTX situation, and they're going to crank this movie up December 1st. We know the bank man is going to be speaking November 30th, and the U.S. Senate to hold FTX hearing on December 1st, and we see the CFTC chairman is going to testify. But we know the NWO has to create a big enough distraction to build over the next 2 years. So now they introduced Trump and they introduced Kanye West running for president. So over the next 2 years, guys, you're going to have plenty of distractions. You're going to be watching a real life movie. Just sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out. We know what they're trying to do. Get the masses moved over to the 4th Industrial Revolution without them knowing. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we had Grayscale at about 14.7 billion. And getting over into a little crypto news, we have the EU Parliament passes cybersecurity legislation for crypto and fintech firms. New laws goes into effect in 2025. And guys, we know 2025 is when they're going to flip this switch on the 4th Industrial Revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And lastly, guys, we have Putin calls for international settlement based on blockchain and digital currencies. And guys, we know back in 2014, I did several videos on it, that they were getting ready for the actual sanctions the United States was doing. So this was definitely all planned out. They were already preparing to move off the dollar and strengthen their own ruble. And guys, we saw that. When we launched the actual sanctions, yes, the ruble got hit, but then all of a sudden this kept getting stronger and stronger because we know that China has its back, the BRICS nations. And then we have Russia set to launch a national crypto exchange. And guys, like I tell you, I don't care what country you go to, they all have a plan for this digital transformation. And we know it's going to be the rise of China the Dragon with the digital yuan backed by that digital SDR, and the fall of America to Babylon and the United States World Reserve currency. Russia is just a distraction for the rise of China and the Belt and Road. The United States gave China all this technology. We know they've been busted so many times. If you have my book, I've been over it. If you've been following my channel from the beginning, I've been over it on several occasions. But in 2023 and 24, the American people are going to be brought to their knees. And they only have themselves to blame, because a divided nation is a conquered nation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys, go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chips out, your banking, your gaming, where everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Sierra, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.